Hey guys, it's Kaz here, and today I'm doing my March Roll of Reads TBR. So, if you are somehow unfamiliar, Roll of Reads is a readathon that Mel over at a book theme named Mel created based on one of her games that she'd done for the past few years. And yeah, it's happening throughout the whole of March. She asked a few of us booktubers, me included, to come up with some host picks as well. I'm going to go through those really quickly, my ones. So basically, it's a board game, there are cards, I just wrote mine on these little bits of paper here, and then there's normal cards, reward cards, and also punishment cards. Now Mel did actually like do this really nice drawn out board that you could print off, but I just did mine on these bits of paper. Basically, you put the cards down, you roll some dice, you'll see it soon that I'm doing it, and then that's how you pick some books. I will obviously leave the proper announcement down below, but before we go into my rolls, I'm going to just show you the 4 books that are my host picks. So maybe you want to read these. You're allowed to change one of your picks for one of the host picks if you pull a card and it's something you're not keen on. So maybe you want to read one of these. So Natives, Race and Class in the Ruins of Empire by Akala. The Wicker King by Kay Ankrum. Finn Jones Was Here by Simon James Green. And One of Us by Asne Sierstad. I'll go with this one first. It's massive, but also it's a hardback. All hardbacks look massive, but it's not actually massive. I accidentally picked 2 non-fictions here, but you know, I'm sure a lot of other people didn't. So this one is a non-fiction about the massacre in Norway in 2011 when Anders Breivik went onto an island with a bunch of teenagers and killed a lot of people. This one I put on here because it's one of the books that's had the most impact on me, like physically. This is the only book I've ever cried about whilst wrapping it up. So yeah, not everybody wants to cry, but obviously it's about some horrific events. But the way it's written is really good because it follows the guy that did it, but it also follows several of the kids on the island, them growing up and stuff. And then in the end, some of them were survivors, some of them were people that unfortunately got killed. And the way it's written is just so engrossing, and it's just so well written, and it's just so personal about the people as well. It's not just like, oh, here's a dude that did killers, let's write a book about him. It's about them, and it's really good. So maybe you want to read this if you also like crying. I'll just go with the next non-fiction one, that is Natives. This is by Akala, who is a rapper, a wordsmith, it's just so many things, a writer, obviously. Here's a book from the UK, and a lot of books, a lot of talks about race is aimed towards America more, which makes sense. It's a very big deal over there. It's a big deal over here as well, and this is a really great book if you want to see the ins and outs and the way it's different. It's a lot different, the way that obviously there's still racism in England and the UK, but it's just different. So this is a really good book, and it's really easy to read, it's really digestible, and it's really good. One of the picks is the middle grade, in case you want to go with something that's going to be really quick and easy if you've got a really big TBR. And this is Finn Jones Was Here. This is about Finn, whose best friend died of some illness, we don't know what it is. And basically, he's sending him on this quest, doing loads of these weird things, to the point where Finn believes that he's not actually dead, that at the end of it, he's going to find his friend. So this one also made me cry. Soz about that. I read some stuff and some things. I'm sure a lot of the other host picks are really nice, like romance and stuff, or romantasy. But like, if you want to cry, choose some of mine, you know what I mean? Really good though. And then last but not least, The Wicker King by Kay Ankrum. This is a story about these 2 friends, and it's just like really, I can't even describe it because you need to read it. It's written in vignettes, so it's not actually like chapters. They're really short, and then as it goes on, the book gets darker, and so do the pages. Oh, look at this. And it's a little bit mixed media as well, and yeah, I can't even describe it, but it's really good. But even if you don't want to pick them for a host pick, they can work for a variety of the prompts. So obviously there's a non-fiction prompt, so there's 2 non-fictions there. These 2 are by BIPOC authors. These 3 are all set on an island. This one will do for LGBTQ plus rep, because the author and the characters are under that umbrella. And a booktuber favourites is one of the prompts, so there you go. Anyway, I've talked too much about books that I'm not going to read because I've already read. Let's go on to the actual TBR. So we have to roll a d8 to pick how many books that we're choosing, and a d20 to figure out which prompts I'm doing. So I'm just going to send you on over to there. I'll be back in a second, but also I will also be there. You understand. Okay, so I've got everything in shot, and I have 3 dice. I have my d20, which is going to get these. I have the d8, which is going to decide how many, and I have my d4 because I'm still doing my scrolly rollies. So I'm going to do the 4 and the 8 at the same time, and let's see what's happening. So, oh, I did drop it, but if you saw it in the thing, it did come up as a 1. So I'm just pulling 1 scroll out today. And then the d8 gave me 5. So I'm going to be doing 5 of these prompts. Potentially the scroll could fit one of these, we shall see. But I'm going to do the scroll first, and then we'll start rolling the prompts. The window's open, it's probably loud. So let's pick up this orange one here, why not? So my scroll is saying Jack of Hearts and Other Parts. Oh, is the buzzword this month name in the title? 1 second. March, character name and title. Perfect. So I'm going to be smashing that one out, and potentially might be able to add it to one of these. We shall see. That is a great start. So let's get on rolling. First up is, I didn't know if that was on screen, but it was a 7. I'll pick it up and then replace it before I look. And this prompt is from your wish list. Ooh, buying a book. Lovely. Next roll. Is that on screen? Yes, it is. That is a 6. This one is a booktuber's favourite, so I'll think about that. Roll 3. It's another 6, so if that happens again, I will have to do one of the X's. So this one is adapted. TV or film, we shall see. I'll have to think about that one as well. I'll have to think about all of these, to be fair. Number 4. 16. Not quite 6, which is good. This one. So we have First Nations author. Nice. And last but not least is 12. This one. And that one is friend slash family fave book. And you know what? For the hell of it, I'm just going to do one more, because why not? Let's pretend that the D4 I rolled as a 1 added a 1 to how many I do. Just because it's fun and there's loads of cards, so you know, why not? So last one is a 5. Let's hope this doesn't disrupt it, and yeah. Let's hope this is a nice one. It is TBR Vet. And to be fair, that does go with this, because the whole point of this little scroll jar is to get stuff off my TBR that I've had for ages. So, I mean, that is literally perfect. So perfect, in fact. I'm going to do another roll just because I feel like that didn't count because it was just the scroll one. You know what I mean? Let's do one more. One more, please don't give me a horrible one. And that is 14. Okay, for real, last one now. And we have gifted or from Subbox. That's easy. On my spreadsheet I write down how I got the books, so I'll just look for one that was gifted. Easy. There's probably loads from Christmas I've not read yet. Definitely loads from Christmas I've not read yet. So there we go, that was all the rolls. I'm going to try and figure out what books I'm picking for these, so why not have a cat clip right here, and then I'll be back with all the goodness, all the books. I didn't have to use any of these. Pretty decent. There's a few in here that I'm going to have to think about. So yeah, I'll see you soon. So I have had a look and figured out what I'm going to be reading. I filmed this bit a little bit afterwards because I was waiting for one of the prompts. I'll just do that one first. So one of the prompts I got was off your wish list, which is very kind. So I had a look on my wish list, obviously looking into what I can find the cheapest as well, because I'm not about to spend loads of money. And for that prompt, I'm going to be reading In Deeper Waters by F.T. Lukens. This is an author that I've heard of a lot. Everybody seems to love their work. So I'm really intrigued, and it's going to be fun, hopefully, and good. And yeah, I don't know what this is about. Obviously, it's like on a boat, and then together, I'm guessing. That's my knowledge. And obviously you already heard me talk about Jack of Hearts and Other Parts by Elsie Rosen. This is for my scrolls in a bowl. I picked out one scroll and it was this, and luckily it also works for the buzzword prompt because it's a book with a character's name in the title, Jack. And I know that this is about him being gay and stuff, other things, an advice column, a mystery stuff. I did used to know what it was about, but it's been so long. I've owned this for a while, so I'm glad I'm reading it. And of course, for TBR, that one also works for that one because I just wanted to roll more things, but it didn't actually add more stuff on, which is always a bonus. So next up, for adapted, I'm reading Boy Erased by Garrett Conley. This is a non-fiction about Garrett and him being forced to go to a conversion camp. I feel like it's going to be the emotion, and as of the books I talked about earlier, you know I'm all about the emotion. And this was turned into a film. I've not seen the film, I've not read the book, so potentially I'll watch the film afterwards or at some point, depending on how distraught I am. But yeah, Boy Erased. For the First Nations author, I'm going to be reading My Heart is a Chainsaw by Stephen Graham Jones. This one, so I really love books and Lala, as you can tell because I'm doing the buzzword readathon, and she talks about a lot of thrillers and stuff, but I don't read that many, but I'm always interested to. So this one has been on my list of books I want to read on my library app for a long time, so I thought, boom, perfect time to actually get it read. So that is there waiting for me on my app. Next up, for booktubers favourites, I've gone with Legends and Lattes by Travis Baldry because this book blew up. It's everybody's favourite apart from a few people that I know that don't like it. One person, you know who you are. But yeah, everybody loves this. And if I have to be more specific than that, Kat over at Brews and Reviews, she sent me this because she loved the book, so now I'm going to read it, so then it counts. This is a fantasy, but it's cozy fantasy, so it's not like heavy all the death. It's not heavy, have a cup of tea. So fun times. A nice palate cleanser after the tears I will be streaming from Boy Erased, I'm sure. Talking about fave books, I also got the family/friend fave book, and I thought about actually asking them, but then I thought no, because I'm going to read A Madness of Angels by Kate Griffin. This book I bought specifically because my sister told me to, and she's been telling me to for so many years, so it counts. I don't need to ask her, it's right here. It's also on my 2024 TBR, so win. This is the start of a series about an urban fantasy series in London. There's magic stuff happening, there's a person, it's good apparently. Morally grey, I think, because I was asking her about morally grey characters a while back and she was like, that series I keep telling you to read, get it. And then I just instantly went on eBay and picked it up because I was like, I will. So yeah, that's what this is. And then last but not least, I had gifted/from a sub box, and there was a bunch of things I could have picked for this because I've got a lot of the things that I got for Christmas I haven't read yet, but I thought after all these books I want to be kind to my own self, so I've gone with a graphic novel, so it's not like another big book on here, and that's Rat Queens Volume 6. I mean 5, I don't know why the word 6 came out then. Rat Queens Volume 5. The Colossal Magic Nothing. Yeah, it's Volume 5. Somebody got it for me at some point, probably at Christmas. I can't remember. Yes, it's from my mum. Oh, from my birthday, so I've had it even longer than Christmas. So there we go. That is the last thing I'm going to be reading. Rat Queens is a series about all these characters just going around doing stuff. It's a fantasy series. Doing stuff. And this is the sort of artwork. So there we go, those are all the books that I'm going to be reading for the Roll of Reads readathon in March. I feel like it's a nice selection. They're all books that I'm interested, looking forward to, really want to read. I didn't get any nasty prompts, I didn't get any punishments, I didn't get any rewards either, but I kind of did, because I got to buy a book off my wish list, so you know what I mean. But yeah, let me know down below if you are participating in the Roller Reads readathon. There are loads of people on the Discord. I didn't mention the Discord. Everything's down below. Everything's down below. Go ask Mel. But yeah, there are loads of people on there, so it feels like it's going to be a really good readathon that a lot of people are joining in with, which is awesome. Yeah, tell me down there if any of my host picks are ones that you're going to choose, because you should. Come cry with me. They're not all cry worthy, but also come cry with me. But yeah, do the things if you want, subscribe if you want, comment if you want, like if you want, but only if you want. And I will see you guys in a few days with another video. Bye.